Welcome, Mr. Sigmund Freud, and thank you so much for taking your time to do this interview with us.
Oh, you're welcome.
So let's jump right into it. Where is a brilliant mind like yours giving birth?
Well, you see, I was born in what is now called Prybor in the Czech Republic. I am also one of 8 children, and I have 2 half-brothers.
That is really something special. Big families are a wonderful blessing. Let's talk about your small following that you acquired in Vienna at the university.
Yes, in the autumn of 1902, until I got a promotion, every Wednesday I had a group of admirers and followers of my work meet and discuss issues relating to psychological society and neuropathology.
So, why don't you tell us about the October of 1885? What happened then?
Well, that was a year I went to Paris to study with Jean-Martin Seurat, as well a well-known neurologist and researcher of hypnosis. You see, Seurat was a hypnotist himself, and a talented one at that.
Why don't you tell us about this experience you had in Paris?
Paris was lovely, but after experimenting with hypnosis on my neurotic patients, I had to deem it ineffective.
What would you say sparked the idea for your well-renowned theory of psychoanalysis?
Psychoanalysis. Yes, I adopted this form of treatment for my patients where they talk through their problems. This method soon became known as the talking cure. Its goal was to locate and extract a powerful emotional energy that had originally been imprisoned in the unconscious mind.
That is truly amazing. Can you tell us how you think you have impacted the world of psychology today?
Well, I feel that my ideas have been influential in 2 distinct ways. I have developed a theory of the human mind's organization and internal operations. I also thought of a theory that human behavior both conditions and results from how the mind is organized.
You know, one of my favorite ideologies or theories of yours was the Oedipus complex. Could you go in depth in that?
Well, yes, I find myself at constant love for my mother and a real jealousy of my father. I now consider this to be a universal event in childhood. I set out to anchor this pattern of development in the dynamics of our minds, thus coming up with the Oedipus complex.
Yes. We also know that you've done some work with the human psyche. What can you tell us about that?
Well, you must be referring to the id, the ego, and the superego. You see, your id is impractical and selfish. Your ego is more like the mediator. It balances out your id and superego, which is your moral component.
Well, that's all the time we have for right now. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Sigmund Freud.
You're welcome.
And it was a great loss to the world on September 23rd, 1939, when Mr. Sigmund Freud committed suicide and overdosed on morphine.